Hey boys and girls, welcome to Persona 4 Golden. As promised, I said that this would be the next series, although I wasn't too sure due to the fact that I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do next, but I ended up following through and we're going to do Persona 4 Golden. I have been bringing it up in the past couple series, and I think it's about time we actually start getting into this game. Since I've been bringing it up that I wanted to play through it, I haven't even got to sit down and play through it myself due to the fact that I wanted to give my first impressions on it and kind of just enjoy the game with you guys and everything. And also, there is going to be some stipulations to this game due to the fact that I was recommended to play through the community mod for it, since that'll give us some quality of life things, like making it easier to find people for social links, and some other stuff like that. And also, I think battle portraits was one, and some other quality of life stuff. Nothing like that's going to change the game entirely and make like completely new enemies or something like that. It's just basically just quality of life stuff. So with that, there is one other stipulation. If I see that we're not making any progress during a certain point in the game, we will have a couple cuts to kind of make it so things are still moving smoothly, because I don't want to sit here and have nothing going on, like us spamming through the Velvet Room merges, or us spamming, not social links, but us spamming, like, things that don't really matter, like, daily life stats and stuff like that. And technically they do matter, but it's just due to the fact that I don't think, you guys watching through that would be too fun, because that's more of stuff that you kind of have to sit down, make sure what you want to do for that, and make sure what you're actually doing and stuff. So we're going to only keep in the stuff that actually portrays to the story, and then, of course, the dungeons, of course, making our way through the dungeons, and stuff like that. So, with that, I believe we are ready. Also, sorry for me moving the little cursor back and forth through config and new game and loading and TV listing. It's the only way to keep the game on the main screen without it going back to the cutscene for the game and stuff like that. So I'm just explaining that. So with that, I'll see you all once we actually get into the game. We are going to be playing on easy for the time being until I feel like we are good to go on normal mode, because Shin Megami games are pretty hard, and I'm going to be honest. I played through a couple. I played through most of Persona 5 for the most part on normal mode, and then I ended up changing on to easy because it started getting even harder once I got into, I believe, the 5th dungeon of the game. Yeah, definitely not the easiest thing. But, and also I can't really say which dungeon is because I don't want to spoil anybody. But I've also played through, Shin Megami Tensei on the DS. I forgot which one exactly, I keep forgetting the name of it, but it's a highly regarded one. It's actually one of the Strange Journey, there we go. But yeah, it's definitely a very fun one to go through, but yeah, I definitely know how hard these games can get, and how hard it could be to record this series if I were to play it on normal mode the entire way through. So we're going to play on easy just to make it easier for us to go through the story. But other than that, I'll be right back, and I'll be gone for the cutscenes, like we did with Ni no Kuni. So with that, I'll see you all in the first cutscene, and we'll be finally getting into this game. So with that, see you guys very shortly.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future. Now then, why don't you introduce yourself? I see. Now, let's take a look into your future, shall we? Do you believe in fortune-telling? Each reading is done with the same cards, yet the result is always different. Life itself follows the same principles, doesn't it? The tower in the upright position represents the immediate future. It seems a terrible catastrophe is imminent. The card indicating the future beyond that is... the moon in the upright position. This card represents hesitation and mystery. Very interesting indeed. It seems you will encounter a misfortune at your destination, and a great mystery will be imposed upon you. In the coming days, you will enter into a contract of some sort, after which you will return here. The coming year is a turning point in your destiny. If the mystery goes unsolved, your future may be forever lost. My duty is to provide assistance to our guests to ensure that does not happen. I have neglected to introduce my assistant to you. This is Margaret. She is a resident of this place, like myself.
My name is Margaret. I am here to accompany you through your journey.
We shall attend to the details another time. Until then, farewell.
I'm tired of diets. Enough with going to the gym. Good thing there's something even I can handle.
Slim down this summer with the refreshing taste of calorie magic.
And we're back. Now on to some juicy news. The Mayumi Yamano scandal. I'm sure everyone is eager to
First he bags a singer, then he has an affair with a TV announcer on the side. Do chicks really dig politicians?
Isn't it just stuff like money and connections? When you get down to it, financial and political clout is what matters.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I'm sure that you all know already, but at the end of this month, he will be transferring to another school.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Quiet down, guys. I'm not done yet.
We will arrive at the Yasogami terminal in a few minutes. Passengers headed for Inaba City and Yaso Inaba Station, please go to the other side of the platform.
The scandal involves the Enka star Misuzu Hiragi preparing to tour overseas. Taro Namatame, a council secretary in the Inaba region, whom she married just last year, is now under suspicion of having an affair. What's more, his rumored mistress is the well-known TV announcer, Miss
Should we go soon?
Yeah, it's just about.
The question on everyone's minds is how this love triangle will affect.
Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
Hey, over here. Well, you're more handsome in person than in your photo. Welcome to Inaba. I'm Ryotaro Dojima. I'll be looking after you. Let's see, I'm your mother's younger brother, and that about sums it up.
Okay, I think it's about time we get into the game. So, I just wanted to make sure that we got through the first couple cutscenes without any problems. Because, one, it's been a while since I've done a game where the actual characters are going to be constantly talking. So, one, this is going to be a new experience for me for the first time since, I believe, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So, if I do go off tangent a couple times or talk over a character on accident, it's completely not on purpose. It just happens to happen. It is just my personality. I accidentally talk over some things if I'm not really paying attention, because I'm kind of just a vocal person when it comes to how I do things. So, with that, I believe we're ready here. So, let's see here. Based on what I can see here, I'm gonna say it's been a long time for the first,
I'll say,
the whole thing
you've
here.
really grown. I still remember when you were in diapers.
I have an idea on how to make this work, though, for, voicing. I'm gonna maybe turn, voicing off during the daily life areas, so like this, I could have turned it off and then turned it on before the dungeon appeared, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because during a dungeon, it's weird, because I played a little bit, before this, because I had to make sure the game was going to work in our favor. And also, sorry for talking over this again, but it was the only way that, because I had to make sure that we were going to be doing this right, and also to make sure where the camera should be at all times. But yeah, as what I can see, the best way to do this is to change it before we get into a dungeon. Because there's points where you would get to a battle, and there would be dialogue, but the thing is you wouldn't hear it because, well, the voices are turned off. So that was the reason why I was very hesitant on how I was doing this. So I'm gonna, honestly, I'm gonna just try my best here and make sure we do this right for the first little bit here. So we'll do it like this for now, and then when we actually get, like, free reign again, I'm gonna actually turn off the voices, and then we'll do them ourselves, just to kind of understand what we're getting into. So with that, let's do this. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for picking that up for us, since that's obviously literally just fallen out of our bag. It's a note you made for yourself with Dojima's address. Okay, that helps out.
What's wrong?
Honestly, nothing. Surprised you got freaked out. You got in the car and headed for Dojima's house. Okay, that works out for us. But yeah, it would make things easier for me, because, yeah, there's definitely some portions that would make it much easier for us if I was able to have full reign on what we're actually doing. And honestly, I have fun actually doing the voices in a central shopping district gas station. Okay, looks about good.
Hi, welcome to Mole.
Hello.
Can you go to the
But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna let the first little cutscene here go, and then we'll try and do it the way I want to try it. Because honestly, it would make it easier for me to control this, since there's a lot of things I can't control at the moment, to be honest. So, be your boys and girls.
I know. Jeez.
Are you taking a trip?
No, we just went to pick him up. He just moved here from the big city.
A city, huh?
Fill up my car while you're at it. Regular's fine.
Right away, sir.
Good time as any for a smoke.
Are you in high school? Does it surprise a city boy to see how little there is out here? There's so little to do, I'm sure you'll get bored fast. You'll either be hanging out with your friends or doing part-time jobs. Speaking of which, we're actually looking for part-time help right now. Give it some thought, why don't you? We don't mind if you're a student. Oh, I should get back to work.
you okay? Did you get car sick? You don't look too good.
Could it be the exhaustion from the long trip? Now that she mentions it, you do feel a little dizzy.
What's wrong? You okay?
I'm just feeling lightheaded.
That's understandable. It must have been a long trip for you. Why not take a little walk? Get some fresh air. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Okay, now that I actually have the voices off, just because now that we've gotten through the first little bits, because honestly I wanted that first little bit to be voiced just so, one, we kind of have, like, things kind of running smoothly, and two, to kind of make things more easier for me for the first little bit. So, now that everything's now back to where I have more control over it, like I said, when we get into a dungeon, I'll turn on the voices. And then I think there is areas and I'll have to make sure when to turn it on and off, just so it's a little consistent. So with that, I think we're ready. So let's see what's going on with this girl, since this was actually the girl that picked up that note for Dojima's residence house for where it is and the location and stuff. So we should probably talk to her. Have we met before? I met you just now. Just now? Okay. The girl is thinking to herself, okay, well, the first little area here, they literally just let you walk around, just kind of, like, see the town for the first little bit and kind of understand your surroundings. So there is really nothing you can do here. Really, you can just talk to a couple of the characters, and then you can just head back here and basically just go back into the main game. So with that, let's do this.
How you feeling? Ready to get back in the car?
I'm ready.
Alright, let's hit the road then.
Help during the events, press backlog button to see the log, and skip the event button to skip the event entirely. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so with that, let's do this. So the first little bit is going to be a little slow, I'll be honest, because we're honestly not going to have access to any of the dungeons yet, due to the fact that all the dungeons, first you have to figure out what a dungeon is and how to get to the dungeon and all that other stuff. So our character just has no idea on any of the stuff that's going to be happening yet. So I just need to mention that because maybe someone might not understand that, just in case. So let's do this. You arrived at the Dojima residence. For the next year, this place will be your home. Yep, that is indeed the truth. And we'll have daily life segments, and we'll also have normal life segments. Just depends on how we actually focus on all that, is really the thing we really need to worry about. With that, let's get in this.
Alright, let's have a toast.
Okay, let's have a toast then.
So your mom and your dad are busy as always. They're working overseas, was it? I know it's only for a year, but getting stuck in a place like this because your parents is kind of rough being a kid. Well, it's just me and Nanako here, so it'll be nice having someone like you around. So long as you're here, you're part of the family, so make yourself at home.
Thank you for your kindness. Yeah, that seems about right.
Come on, there's no need to be so formal. Look, you're making Nanako all tense.
Sorry about that.
Well, anyway, let's eat.
Sounds about right, though.
Who's calling at this hour? Dojima speaking.
So this is basically the Sojiro of this game. Based on how I understand it, he's basically your caretaker. But this time around, it seems like, unlike Sojiro, you're actually welcomed in the house. Unlike Sojiro, where he kind of has to build up a relationship with you, because he basically hates you at the very beginning. But it seems like Dojima, from what I've seen, from the small bit I played through a little bit of the first dungeon, and that's basically all I've been through. I believe the first dungeon opens up on the 18th of this game, so just to mention that. But yeah, definitely he's a much nicer character than Sojiro was at the very beginning, from what I can see. But let's see here.
Yeah, I see. So where is it? Alright, on my way. Looks like I made the right choice to skip the booze. Sorry, but I gotta go take care of some business. Go ahead and eat without me.
We'll do that.
I don't know how late I'll be. Nanako, you'll help him out, okay?
Okay. Okay, so if you're wondering what Dojima is, because I can go into a little bit of that, he is a private investigator, if I remember correctly. Or at least he works with the police force, based on what I can tell. But there's some things going on in the town that I can't really explain yet, but I just want to explain that a little bit if you're wondering why he's the way he is at the moment. I guess it's a little early to talk about it, but I kind of have that fresh on my memory since I literally played through the first bit yesterday before recording this, just to make sure I had everything right and make sure that I knew what I was doing for the first one, for the most part. But with that, let's continue, because I keep cutting them off.
Nanako, it's raining out. What did you do with the laundry?
I already brought it in.
Alright, well, I'm off.
Okay, well, see you later, Dojima. So, what's going on with you, Nanako? If you want to talk to me, that is. For this week, next, let's take a look at the hourly breakdown of tomorrow's weather. With storm clouds moving in from the west, expect rain throughout the day tomorrow in most areas. Let's eat. You find yourself alone with Nanako. You might want to strike up a conversation. What does your dad do? Yeah, let's get into that, since it wasn't too far ahead, honestly. It was literally during this conversation that we were going to learn about that, so it really wasn't a spoiler of any kind. He investigates stuff like crime scenes. My dad's a detective. Okay, I actually got a little bit wrong. I said, investigator, but yeah, detective is a better word for it, since that's basically what that is. But it's a more loose term, because I still barely know exactly his full terms and scope of his job, to be honest, so detective works a little bit better. So honestly, that makes sense. And now for the local news. City Council Secretary Taru Namatame is under fire for alleged relationship with a female reporter. His wife Enka ballad sensation Mizuzu Hiragi revealed to the station that she will likely pursue damages. In response, iTelevision has decided to cancel all of the announcer Mayumi Yamano's televised appearances until allegations of an affair with Mr. Nataname are resolved. She'll remain off the air and out of the public eye. This is boring. Honestly, yeah. I have no clue what's going on with any of that. That just seems like tabloid nonsense, to be honest, for me. And I actually do know how to say this. So it's not Junes, it's actually Juness. Because, yeah, if I were to say this wrong a couple times, I already know how. There's some people I've had where, I've had instances where people get on me for, pronunciation. So, yeah, good thing I know how to say that. But let's do this. At Juness, every day is a Customer Appreciation Day. Come see for yourself and get in touch with their products. Every day is a great at your Juness. Every day is great at your Juness. Aren't you going to eat? Yeah, we should probably eat. It's been probably a long train ride, to be honest. I don't know where his original hometown was. All I know is he's a city boy, and this is out in the countryside, so it's definitely quite a drive from where we originally lived, based on what I can tell. But with that, let's see here. You can save the game by oh, that's actually covered, actually. But you can save the game by using the calendar in the living room. Okay. So basically, just right here, you could save your game, just so we know where that is, just in case. Based on this, I don't think we need to do anything here. I think we just head to the room. So the room's back here, just in case, if you guys were wondering, because I needed to make sure where everything was, and I was actually kind of confused my first time opening this game, because I was like, where the heck is the room? I actually don't even know where I'm going, but that's how you get there. It's just a little bit, out of view, but it's honestly pretty easy to find once you know where it is. But let's see here. This is a room you're borrowing from Dojima. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Don't think we can do anything. You're tired from the long trip. Yeah, okay, so we can't do anything. So, I guess we just head on to the futon and go to sleep for the day. And see how our next day honestly goes. You'll be living in this town for 1 year starting today. Okay. You wonder if everything will be alright. School starts tomorrow. You should hurry to bed. Okay, let's do this then. And I'm not sure if this is a cutscene. I guess we'll find out. Seems like a no on that, so we don't need to turn off the camera. I just need to make sure, because I like to turn off the camera and the microphone for any kind of cutscenes, because I feel like talking over that kind of stuff is a little weird, and really there's no point in doing so, to be honest. But let's see here. Just a really foggy looking place, honestly. The area is covered in a thick fog. All you can do right now is proceed forward. Yeah, it definitely seems like that. And based on what I can tell, based on what I think this is indeed inside the, the realm of shadows, basically, what you would call, like, the mementos, basically. In Persona 5, that's what it would be called. But this should be the TV world of this game, which is the mementos of this specific version of the game. Or I guess you could say, because every game has a different variation on how they actually fight shadows. I don't know with Persona 3 or the first two, but for Persona 5, I know how that one works. It's a completely different reality inside the hearts of people, and this game is inside the TV world, based on how I understand things. But let's see here.
Do you seek the truth?
You heard someone's voice. I think so, honestly. And also, my camera is inverted on my controller, but I can kind of live with that for the time being, since there is a alternate button for that.
If it's truth you desire, come and find me.
You hear the voice from up ahead. Okay, let's keep going then. Just a strange little place, honestly. Well, let's touch the big red box, I guess. You sense someone up ahead. Will you continue? Yeah, let's do it. Honestly, you never know what you can find back here. Might as well just see what we get ourselves into, and hopefully not get completely and utterly obliterated, because you never know what you can find.
So you are the one pursuing me. Try all you like.
Okay, so I don't think we can actually attack this guy based on the small bit that I did earlier when in my testing, so I'm just gonna have my character kind of rush through the attacks here.
It seems that you can see a little despite the fog.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be the case.
I see indeed. That is a very interesting information.
Just keep smacking him.
But you will not catch me so easily. If you seek is truth, then your search will be even harder.
Bewildering fog. Fog. The surroundings are now covered in fog. Okay, we won't be able to make any contact with him now, due to the fact of that.
Everyone sees what they want to, and the fog only deepens.
Okay, let's just keep hitting him. So the first little bit, as I said, we're gonna know what's kind of going on, and then after this, I'm gonna completely go and have no information. It's just I need to make sure that we knew what we were doing, because I didn't want to get in this game and then be completely out of the loop, to be honest. I wanted to make sure that we were doing things right and everything, so I hope you guys are understanding on that point. So, I believe for the first like 45 minutes-ish, I'll know what's going on, and then after that I should be basically out of the loop again, and then we can just kind of proceed with caution with everything else. So, I think we'll be fine after that.
Will we meet again, at a place other than here? I look forward to it.
You are losing consciousness. Okay. Well, back on out. I don't know if that takes place in the future, like in Persona 5, where you're inside the, the confession room with, Sai Nijima. I don't know if that's, like, the future, and that's, like, near the end of the investigation on trying to find the killer, because that's how this game is portrayed, because in the information that you can read on the actual Steam page, it says there is an investigation going on, and you're the one that's solving it, and you have to try and figure out who the culprit is, basically. So there is things like that. I don't know if that actually takes place in the future, but it would make sense to the fact that we do have the katana. So I'm not too sure, honestly. But with that, let's see what's going on. You can hear someone's voice. It's almost time to get up. Okay, well, let's get on up then. You feel like you had a nightmare. What could it have been about? You're starting school today. You should head to the living room for now. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Oh, hey, Nanako. Thanks for the breakfast, I guess. Good morning. Hello. Thanks for cooking up everything. That's actually a really good, actually looking breakfast. Sausage, eggs, and toast. Not bad, actually.
Okay, let's eat.
Did your father go to work, or do you do the cooking? Actually, we should probably ask where the father is, honestly. Did your father go to work? Yeah, let's ask that. I think that one would work better.
There is some kind of trouble. He won't be back. You're starting school today, right? My school's on the way, so let's go together.
Nanako seems somewhat restless. You decided to head to the school with Nanako. Oh, let's do this then. I can take you to school. Don't know if she's she's more than likely not a high school student. I'm gonna guess maybe either elementary or middle school, but honestly I can't tell. I don't know the age range for her. But school zone Samagawa floodplain. Okay, seems like a decent area to be, honestly. And I don't know what the, what do you call it, the importance on the weather, because it seems like the weather is very important in this game, and I don't know why yet. But I guess we'll find out in the future, because when I was looking at the calendar, it shows every single day's weather, and I don't know what that's supposed to actually portray or anything like that. I don't know if it's just to be like, oh, you can do certain interactions on this day, or you can't do certain things on this day due to the fact that it's raining, or stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be able to figure all that out soon, but for the time being I have no clue about any of that stuff, to be honest. But let's do this.
You keep going straight from here.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for kind of showing me the way since we are kind of new to town.
My school's this way, bye.
Okay, well, see you later, Nanako. I guess we'll see you after school then. It would make sense. Okay, well, hopefully we can meet our classmates and everything else now. School zone intersection in front of the school. Okay. The intersection in front of the school. So this is like basically right in front of it. Whoa! And I don't think he's doing too good now. And that was a random frame drop. That didn't happen before. Wonder why that happened, actually. That looked painful. You should leave him be. Yeah, we should probably do that. Well, see you later, buddy. We'll definitely be meeting you soon, since that is one of the main characters. And you can tell that just due to the fact that he has a portrait, to be honest. You've arrived at the main gates of Yasugami High School. What kind of student life awaits for you here? Honestly, who knows? I don't know if I'm going to do good on all the questions, because I know there's actually going to be the whole knowledge system and stuff like that. So I don't know how that's going to end up going, but you never know, honestly. Talk about bad luck. The homeroom teacher here is Maruka, isn't it? Yeah, it's King Moron, alright. We get to enjoy his long-ass sermons every day for a whole year.
Hey guys, I heard there's going to be a transfer student from the city in this class.
Huh? Really? A guy or a girl? Well, it's definitely a guy, I can tell you that one.
A transfer student from the city? Just like you, Yusuke.
Huh? Oh wait, no, I thought that was her. I thought he was talking for a second, but he forgot that it always keeps the character on the screen for who's actually talking, unless it's a non-important character.
You look dead today.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, he kind of just crashed and burned and destroyed everything when he fell, honestly.
What's with him? Who knows?
Honestly, only I would be able to tell you that one, or anyone else that saw him kind of crash and land. And also, I don't know how to actually do this guy's voice. I think there's a way to kind of check this.
Alright, shut your traps.
Okay, so that's not hard to do. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I do his voice right, because I know the other characters' ones, but he's the one that I didn't really actually get to listen to. Alright, shut your traps. I'm Kinsho Maruka, your homeroom teacher from today forward. First things first, just because it's spring doesn't mean you can swoon over each other like love-struck baboons. Long as I'm around, you students are going to be pure as the driven snow. Jeez, I guess they were right on that. No, I ain't wasting my time, but I'd better introduce this transfer student. This sad sack's been thrown from the big cities out of the middle of nowhere, like yesterday's garbage. And he's just as much of a loser here as he was there, so you girls better not get any ideas about hitting on him. Tell him your name, kid, and make it quick. Honestly, I want to say the third option here, honestly. You calling me a loser? Your courage is increased.
That's it. You're on my shit list. Effective immediately.
Worth it, honestly.
Now listen up. Your town is miles away from your big city of perverts and assholes. In more ways than one. You better not even think of getting involved with the girls here, let alone abusing them. But what do I know? It's not like the old days even here kids grow up so damn fast. Every time I turn my back, you're fooling around on those damn phones, checking your life journals and your My Places.
What is that, MySpace? Is that what he's talking about? That's really old. Well, this game is older than older when it comes to what I know, because, what was it, Persona 5 came out in, like, 2012, so this is, like, older than a decade now, so that would make sense why it would bring up MySpace. Wow, that's really old. I was, like, just a small child when that was still a thing. Mr. Maruka goes on and on. I can definitely see why people don't like him, though, based on our small interactions with the students so far.
Excuse me, is it okay if the transfer student sits here?
Yeah, sure. You hear that? Your seat's over there. So hurry up and sit down already.
Okay, I'll sit down next to what will be our new friends for the time being. I believe we got, Yusuke is the kid behind us. The girl right next to us is Chie, and I forgot what the girl in the red is called, but she's also a main character.
He's the worst, huh? I'd luck for you to get stuck in the class. Well, we just have to hang in there for a year.
True, honestly. You can hear people around you talking about you.
Sucks to be a transfer student, ending up in King Moron's class on the first morning here.
Yeah, he won't think twice about suspending you if we get on his bad side.
Then again, we're all in the same boat.
Shut your traps. I'm taking roll, and I damn well expect you to respond in an orderly manner.
Your life at this school has just begun. Will you be able to fit in here? Honestly, who knows, to be honest, but I'll definitely try at least. Because we are going to try and do the social links, even though we will be skipping out on the actual, like, what do you call it? Like, spamming the, making sure we have our stats increased for knowledge, courage. I believe I don't think proficiency's in this game. I actually don't remember all the stats. I did look at it for a small second, but there is a couple stats we will need to increase if we want to do certain, stuff in the game. I believe the shrine was one of them, if I remember correctly, because I accidentally walked into the shrine area, and you have to have a certain, courage rank. I think it's like maybe number 3 in order to actually go into the shrine location at night. I don't know about daytime, but that was the only time I had that instance pop up, because I accidentally wandered there on accident, making sure that the mod was working, to be honest.
That's all for today. Normal lectures will start tomorrow.
Okay, seems about right. But yeah, today's episode is just going to be kind of slow, just kind of get into the game, understand what we're doing, and kind of understand the characters a little bit, because we don't have any access to any of the dungeons yet.
Attention all teachers. Please report immediately to the faculty office for a brief staff meeting. All students must return to their classrooms, and are not to leave the school until further notice.
And also, I think we should do for the, normal class students, for people that have no portrait or anything, I'm just gonna do it in my normal voice, because it makes things easier, because, then we don't get voices mixed up and stuff like that, so, because usually the only time I'm gonna use my normal voice for a character is literally my character, my inner thoughts, and stuff like that, so, honestly, it'll make it easier on reading through certain interactions, just to be honest.
You heard the announcement. Don't go anywhere until you hear the otherwise.
Okay, well, see you later, Maruka. Hopefully we'll learn how to deal with you later. He's seriously getting on my nerves. Yeah, he definitely does not seem like a nice dude, to be honest. And that is police sirens. Did something happen? Don't those sirens sound really close? Like, I can't see a damn thing through this frickin' fog. I almost said frog again. Yeah, like, every time it rains lately, it gets all foggy. Hey, did you hear? I hear the paparazzi's looking all over for that announcer. Oh yeah, you mean Mayumi Yamano, right? I heard some guy spotted her at the shopping district. Actually, I heard that. So the girl on the news. Are you serious? What's going on? Okay, so that's her name, Yukiko. Okay. I forgot it for a second, but now we actually have it. So we have Yukiko, Chie, and then, Yusuke, I think is how you say it. Hey, Yukiko-san. Mind if I ask you something? Is it true that the announcer's staying at your family's inn?
I can't discuss such things.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, she really can't say anything like that. When you sign, like, into anyone's inn, you kind of have to give them privacy when it comes to that. I do know about all that. So it would make sense why she can't just disclose private information like that. It would make sense.
Sheesh, how much longer is this gonna take? There's no telling. I should have left before the announcement came on. By the way, did you try what I told you the other day?
What are you talking about?
You know that thing about rainy nights? Oh no, not yet, sorry. Oh, that's okay. It's just I heard a guy in the class next door yell something like my soulmate is Yamano the announcer.
That's weird. Attention all students. There's been an incident inside the school district. Police officers have been dispatched around the school zone. Please stay calm and contact your parents or guardians as soon as possible, and quickly leave the school grounds. Do not disturb the police officers and head directly home. I repeat. Incident? What? Something actually happened. Unless, actually, you know what? For, feminine students, we'll definitely do a different voice, because it would make sense, but, when we can't tell the voice or stuff like that, or if it's a male student, I'm gonna do it in my voice, just to make it easier.
Come on, let's get a good look.
Alright, we can definitely take a look at that if we even get the chance to, but honestly, who even knows what's going on with all that? Well, at least we get to finally, meet everyone now, though.
Hey, are you going home by yourself? Why don't you come with us? Oh, nearly forgot, I'm Chie Sachinaka. You know I sit next to you, right?
Of course. Yeah, I know that. You literally told us that we could sit next to you, which is pretty nice of you, actually.
Well, nice to meet you.
Hello.
This is Yukiko Amagi. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm sorry that this is so sudden. Come on, don't apologize like that. It makes me look like I got no upbringing. I just wanted to ask some stuff, really. That's all.
That's honestly nice of you. And there's the guy that busted his butt on the bike earlier, and we saw all of it.
Miss Sananaka, it was really awesome, like, the way they moved was just amazing to see. And I'm really sorry, it was an accident. Please just have mercy until my next paycheck. See you, thanks.
Well, see you later, Yusuke.
Stop right there.
I didn't even get to read that. But, there we go. At least we'll get to figure out what happened there.
What the? I can't believe this is completely cracked. My child is dragon.
I think mine's cracked too. Good old girl hits to the nads.
Are you alright?
Oh, Yukiko-san. Are you worried about me?
He's fine, Yukiko. Let's ditch him and go home.
Poor dude. Okay, well, see you later, Yusuke. Sorry about all that. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. You should leave him be. Yeah, we should probably do that. Because, honestly, so far we've already gotten 2 friends, and we might as well not ruin our relationship with 2 friends instead of 1, honestly. Because we can check on him and then not get to get introduced to these 2. Because we literally have no friends, so honestly, it's kind of better for us to have 2 new friends instead of just 1, if you understand what I'm talking about. You're Yukiki, right? You want to go hang out somewhere?
What? Who are you?
Yeah, who even are you? You're kind of scary looking, actually. You kind of... His face kind of looked like a, what do you call it? A ventriloquist dummy, kind of. Like, it just blank stare. That's very creepy, actually. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that's just, like, his personality or what, but that actually is kind of scary, though. What's up with him? What school's he from? Never mind that. He's going for Yukiko-san. Man, you'd think he'd at least wait until she's alone to make his move. I bet you can, you a can of TAP. He gets knocked out. More than likely. No bet. Haven't you heard how difficult Amagi's challenge is? Yeah, you should probably be careful, bud. So, are you coming or not? Yeah, that's weird. His, eyes are actually, grayed out, too. I have no clue what's going on with him.
I'm not going.
Fine. Okay, well, see you later. It is also weird that he's from a different school entirely, and he knows about her. That is strange. Wonder what's with that.
What did he want from me? What did he want? Obviously he was asking you out on a date.
Really? I don't see that one, to be honest.
Really? You really had no clue, sheesh. But then again, that was a way over the top. It was creepy how he called you Yuki all of a sudden.
Yeah, that is weird. He shouldn't even know her name, right? If he's not even from the school, that is very strange. That even makes it even more creepy, like he's been stalking her or something.
Yo, Yukiko-san. Turned down another lovelorn foul fool, huh? Man, you're cool. You got me in the same way last year.
I don't recall doing that.
Whoa, you serious? So then, you wanna hang out sometime?
I'd rather not.
Yeah, that's not happening, bud.
That'll teach me to get my hopes up. Anyways, you two better not pick on the transfer student too much.
True. Because we kinda need to, learn the ropes here.
We're just curious is all. I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
It's fine. Uh-oh. Now every student's staring at us.
Come on, let's go. Everyone's staring.
Yeah, let's get out of here before, we drag any more unneeded attention, honestly. Because our reputation is literally on the line here. When it comes to your first impression with your school is one of the most important ones. So if you mess up your first impression, you're pretty much done for when it comes to the first couple months at the school. And I should know because, what do you call it? When I went into elementary school, this was the only time I've ever transferred. I didn't know anybody, and I was known as the quiet kid due to that, and no one would talk to me because they didn't know my personality whatsoever because I didn't want to talk to anybody yet because I really didn't know anybody, and that kind of screwed me over for the most part for the first couple months when I went from 3rd grade at one school and then 4th grade at a completely new school with nobody that I knew and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely want to be careful when it comes to your first impressions on people. And honestly, I didn't understand all that because I was literally in elementary, but it definitely does kind of hurt you in a way if you don't try and make sure that you're trying to make people understand who you are, because then it makes it easier to make friends if you are more talkative and stuff like that with your first impressions and stuff like that, or know what you're talking about and not get on anybody's bad side on the first day, let's be honest. But with that, let's get into this, because I think we'll make the first day kind of like our first episode, and then the second episode should be better off, and I'll know exactly what I'm doing. As always, I always have trouble with the first episode, because it's me basically understanding the controls of everything, and making sure what's going on, and stuff like that, so hope you guys are all understanding on that, because literally, this is my first time ever playing through this game, and I need to make sure what I'm doing, and making sure we do this right if it's going to be fun for you guys, is honestly how I'm trying to say this, to be honest. So with that, let's actually finish off this day, and then we'll end off the episode, and then, in the next one, we'll have it better situated, and I'll know what I'm doing, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But let's do this.
So you came here because of your parents' job? I thought it was something way more serious.
Yeah, definitely could have been that. But honestly, I can't tell because due to the fact that when we're in the tram, it showed a scene of someone, getting choked out, and I don't know what that was. I don't know if that's part of our past, or something to do with the TV, world, or anything like that. I honestly have no clue. But I guess there's no way for me to really tell, unless, maybe the game goes into it, maybe. Because honestly, I have no clue what that first cutscene was when it came to the, when we were looking into the tram's window and we were seeing visions, and I don't understand what was really going on there, to be honest. But I guess we'll find out. Maybe. If it goes into that, of course. But let's continue.
There really is nothing here, huh? That's what makes it nice. but there's nothing much we can show to people from outside. Though there is something from Mount Yasugami. I think our dyed clothes or pottery or something is kind of famous. Oh wait, there's the Amagi Inn. Yukiko's family runs it. It's the pride of Inaba. Or Inaba, oops. Huh? It's just an old inn. No way, it's been in all sorts of magazines and as a hidden treasure. It's a great inn. It's been going for generations, and Yukiko here is going to take over someday. Their inn is actually attracts a lot of visitors in Inaba. It pretty much keeps the town going. It looks like she doesn't really care too much about it, based on her reaction there. I don't think that's entirely true. So tell me, you think Yukiko's cute, huh?
It would be mean to say no. So, I think so, yeah. Let's go with that, honestly. It makes sense.
I knew it. Come on, don't say this again. She's really popular at school, but she's never had a boyfriend. Kinda weird, huh? Come on, stop it. You shouldn't believe that, okay? It's not true that I'm popular or that I've never had a boyfriend. Wait, no. What I meant to say was I don't need a boyfriend. Jeez, Chie. I'm sorry. But this is our first chance to talk to someone from the big city, and you barely said a word.
True, honestly. It would be... If this is, like, your first interaction, it's, like, your best way of, like, understanding people from other, like, areas of, like, different areas of Japan and stuff like that. So honestly, it would make sense that you don't want to waste that chance to kind of, like, understand a different lifestyle than your own. I guess that makes sense what she is trying to say, in a way. Although she is kind of trying to force her onto us when it comes to, like, oh, you think she's pretty, and stuff like that. I do think it's kind of getting her into a uncomfortable position, since we can see that she's having that whole dust cloud effect, which means she's uncomfortable with what's being talked about.
Hey, what's that?
What's what? Oh, the police officers. Yeah, then we heard the police sirens earlier, so I guess we'll finally figure out what's going on.
So, that high schooler left school early, and she came down the street. Wow, who could imagine that hanging from an antenna? I wanted to see it too. You got here too late. The police and the fire department took it down just a moment ago. While I think it's terrifying, I can't believe a dead body showed up around here.
Oh, a dead body? That's actually, what?
Wait, did she just say a dead body?
Yeah, it seems like so. Although, I don't see a dead body anywhere around here. So, I'm not sure if it's even still around here, actually, to be honest. Maybe they took it down or something. That's usually what the police would do, because they don't want too many people seeing stuff like that, honestly, because it's kind of frightening to see.
Hey, what are you doing here?
We were just passing by. Yeah, honestly, that is indeed the truth.
I should have figured that happened. That damn principal. We told him not to let them through here.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I do. He's my caretaker.
I'm Detective Dojima, his guardian. Well, how should I say this? I hope you get along with them. But you three really ought to stop wandering around and head straight home.
Yeah, we definitely should head straight home. Ugh. Don't know who you are yet. I only saw him for, like, a short time during my first, like, little, like, instance with this game. So, honestly, I don't really know anything about him.
Dachi, how long are you going to act like a rookie? You want to be sent back to the central office?
I'm sorry.
Go wash your face. We're gonna go around to gather information.
Okay. He definitely has a tough exterior, let's be honest. Honestly, it's not a bad thing, honestly. He definitely he seems nice to us particularly, but when it comes to work, he seems pretty professional, based on what I could see.
Was that what this announcement was about? What do they mean? It was hanging from an antenna.
Well, they said a dead body was hanging from an antenna, so that means there was literally a dead body hanging off the antenna. It's exactly how it said.
Hey Yukiko, why don't we go to Junaz some other time? Good idea. Alright then, we're taking off, starting tomorrow. Neighbor, let's do our best.
Okay. I'll see you later then. I guess I don't know her name, really. Oh yeah, we didn't even introduce ourselves, did we? We literally just said that, you're calling us a loser to the teacher. We didn't even say her name to the students. It would make sense why they wouldn't know her name. The two of them left. You decide to head away, from the crime scene. Yeah, that would make sense, honestly. We probably should get out of here and not have anything to do with dead bodies, let's be honest. I would say we should probably just head on home. We don't know anybody. I think we can check if there's anybody we can hang out with. Yeah, okay, so because this says basically nothing, we can check the calendar, see if anything is open to us. Okay, so yeah, social links aren't available yet, or stuff like that, so this will tell us when something's available to us. Because, what do you call it, the quality of life mod for the calendar kind of lets you know when things are available, and also lets you know when a chapter is going to end, which will make it easier when it comes to actually, like, figuring out how to do certain things, like dungeons and stuff. Because you can finish a dungeon in a single day if you do it right, basically is what I'm trying to say. So let's head back home, and let's do this. It will become evening when you return home. Return home? I don't really think we can do anything, to be honest. I guess we can check the shopping district, because the blue butterfly was there, but I really don't think anything is open to us at this very moment. We can definitely check, but I honestly doubt that we'll be able to do anything. I'm just gonna be honest. We'll check real quick, just to make sure. Yeah, it looks like nothing. So yeah, let's just head back to where we were, because I really don't think anything's really open to us. I don't think we can buy anything, because, one, we don't have any money, and two, I don't think we would be able to really talk to anybody, since, what do you call it, we don't know Yusuke yet. Chie and Yukiko went home, so they're definitely nowhere in Junes anywhere, so it would make sense that we wouldn't be able to talk to anybody, so let's just head home and just get it over with, since we don't know what's going on. Okay, and let's see here. Let's see how the evening goes, honestly. Because, with what we can see, it's definitely, pretty strange set of circumstances going on right now. And we're all in our first day too, to be honest, which is very, very unfortunate. But, as you can see, we're definitely getting into some kind of story with that, since that is going to be a major plot point, due to the fact that, as we know, we're going to be part of an investigation in the next coming days, due to the fact that that's what the story's about. So with that, let's get into this.
I wonder if Dad's not coming home again tonight.
Probably. It would make sense, though, because he is a detective. He's kind of has to, like, wrap up crime scenes and make sure that he finds all the evidence that he needs in order to properly assess the crime scene and stuff like that, and make sure if he can find out who the culprit is, or even if there was a culprit in the first place. Our top story this evening concerns a bizarre case in the quiet suburb. Around noon today, a woman was found dead near the Samagawa River in Inaba. The school zone is being shown on TV. Could this be about the incident you heard about? The deceased has been identified as Miss Mayumi. Oh, this was the girl on the news then. Okay, so I do remember this lady. So now it makes a little bit more sense. Okay. So maybe the first cutscene was maybe about her? I don't know, honestly, but I'm gonna say it's maybe about her then. Miss Mayumi Yamano, a 27-year-old announcer at the local television station. The initial results of the Inaba Police Department's investigation have revealed.
The Inaba Police Department. That's where your dad works.
Are you worried about him? Let's ask the first one. Are you worried about him? Yeah, I would definitely be worried too if I had a family member part of the police station. Because, when it comes to certain parts of the police station, there are some very dangerous jobs that you can get into. Well, SWAT team. Crime scene investigation is one of the more, calmer, based on what I can tell. But, honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell because I have no information when it comes to actually doing crime scene stuff, because obviously I've never taken a class in it. And although my high school had the ability to take, that kind of classes, you kind of had to sign up for it and take, like, special classes and stuff throughout your entire, journey at my high school. So, I'm gonna be honest, I know really barely anything for crime scene investigation stuff. I watched a couple, like, TV shows about it. But other than that, I really don't know much about the field. But it is a pretty interesting, field to get into. if you don't have to do all the gory stuff, to be honest. Like, you get to be a detective and kind of, like, figure out crimes and stuff like that. Based on that would be kind of cool, like, figure out, like how something happened and kind of, like, piece things together. That part of the crime scene stuff seems pretty cool, but on the other side, you know that this is a real person that died, and stuff like that. Then it would be really dark in that part. But that's the only part I see, like, that would be, like, in a way you could see it as, like, something pretty interesting to get into, but other than that, the gore part is kind of, like, terrifying to think about when it comes to crime scene stuff. So, I could definitely see why she would be pretty worried about her father here, though, to be honest.
It's his job, so things like this happen.
Yeah, it does. The body was found hanging from the large television antenna atop a local's residence roof. Authorities are uncertain as to why the body was in such a state. With the cause of death also uncertain, police continue to investigate whether or the death is an accident or a homicide. A thick fog common to the area has slowed their progress, and the plans to fully canvass the area are delayed until tomorrow. It seems the local TV station announcer was found dead near the Yasogami High School campus. The announcer, Mayumi Yamano, her affair with a local councilman's secretary, had been on the news just the other day.
They found her on the roof. That's scary.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. So that would mean that was no accident then. Because I don't think it would be that easy to get onto an antenna from the roof. That seems like someone, like, intentionally put them there, based on what I can tell. It would make sense. But honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell for sure, since we don't have enough information.
Oh, it's Junes.
And Junes every day is a Customer's Appreciation Day. Come see for yourself and get in touch with our products. Every day is great at your Junes.
Every day is great at your Junes.
Nanako is looking at you expectingly. Do you like that song, Your Junes? Let's see her. Let's be nice, you're a good singer. Let's be nice to her.
Hey, I'm the best one in my class.
Nanako sings the song to herself over and over again. It seems that she's forgotten all about that scary story. That's honestly good, because for a kid her age, it would definitely be something that she probably shouldn't think about too much. Because, yeah, death is not a easy topic for kids, to be honest. And I understand that very, very, yeah, I understand that very well. Because, I've had some deaths in my past that I definitely can say that it does take a very big toll on you. My grandfather, for instance, and, what do you call it? I'm trying to think of another one, but it would be kind of hard to explain it, because some of that stuff kind of you, like, lock up in a box in your head to where you don't think about it, because then you're just upset about it. So, I'm just gonna get into it where my grandfather died, and I understand that death is a subject that can be very hard on certain people, and it's good that a kid doesn't understand it right away, because they won't get too upset over it, but they'll eventually understand it. It's easier to deal with it when you're not a kid, is what I'm trying to say. Until she understands what that is, it won't affect her as much, is what I'm trying to say. You're still tired from getting used to your new life. You should return to your room and rest. Which will indeed do that. So, we'll end off the day, and then if nothing else happens, we'll end off today, and then we'll continue in the next episode. Okay, so since this is kind of like getting into this, so we'll get into this part in the next episode. So, with that, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for being understanding with the first episode here. Just me getting into understanding what we should do for certain things, like, I think we are going to stick to doing, unnamed voices and characters to just my voice to make it easier, because I don't want to have too much, molding of voices, because I only have a certain vocal range and so many voices I can do. So just to make it easier on me, that's how we'll do it, to kind of make it easier on us. So with that, thank you for understanding with that part, and then the first beginning part where I need to make sure that everything was kind of like getting along kind of like smoothly, because I didn't want things to be like I wanted things to go smoothly and just make sure things were like set up correctly, so I'd be able to kind of like make sure we're doing this right. So thank you for understanding. Thank you for joining me for the first episode. The second episode is going to definitely be a lot better and more planned. Because the first episode you really can't plan for, and you don't know what's going on yet, so you kind of have to just kind of think on the fly and know what you're doing based on what you can think is happening. So with that, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. So, peace out, boys and girls, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.